Sunshine this afternoon, and here's hoping it continues as the city prepares for a big event this weekend, the 15th annual Doors Open Toronto. Denise Andriachi is in for Anwar and joins us from the Waterfront. Loving that sunshine, Denise.
Oh my gosh, it feels like summer out here. Thanks, Michelle. Hey, Kenya, we're hanging out today at Marine Fire Station 334. It's at 339 Queens Quay. What a gorgeous day. We are celebrating and hanging out on William Lyon Mackenzie fireboat. We're celebrating 50 years of this life-saving vessel. Not only is it a fire safety boat, but it's also an icebreaker, and they had about 100 consecutive days of icebreaking this year. I don't think that comes as any shock to any of us, but we're on to bigger and better things. This weekend is Doors Open, and this is just one of 15 vessels that you'll be able to come down and take guided tours, free guided tours, and the weather conditions are really going to hold out. So make sure you stick around. We have a ton to get to. We have a vintage fire truck, we have the fire squad band, and we've got a lot of cool things happening on this ship, and some of Toronto's finest are going to be joining me throughout the hour. But let's talk about the weather. I mean, what a beautiful day. Some severe thunderstorms this morning. I don't know if you got woken up by some of that thunder or that lightning, but on the radar now, it is nothing but blue skies. Maybe a little bit of cumulus clouds here and there, but a lot of sunshine outside. It feels a lot warmer than it really is, and that'll be with the weather story as well as we head into the weekend. Currently across southern Ontario, we are seeing some seasonal values, and here in the city of Toronto, we're sitting at about 18, 19 degrees. Winds are coming out of the north-northwest, but they're quite calm. So even if you head down to the water to say hello this afternoon, come on down. It feels very, very comfortable outside. But again, make sure you stick around. We're going to give you a sneak peek of everything that's on William Lyon Mackenzie and a couple of the other vessels that are around as well. Back inside to you. Okay, you're getting a live look right now at Toronto Fire doing a water rescue demonstration. Just an example of Toronto's finest and everything they do day in and day out for us. And we are also going to give you a sneak peek. We are on the fire safety boat celebrating 50 years of the William Lyon Mackenzie. And coming up after the break, you are going to get a sneak peek of exactly what this vessel can do. We are going to go up into the wheelhouse with the captain, and we are going to do some pretty cool stuff up here. Plus, I am almost guaranteeing a pretty perfect forecast, almost summer-like for the weekend of Toronto. So stick around for your 7-day forecast.
Let's get back to Denise, who is out on the waterfront this afternoon, and it's a good thing because it's beautiful.
I think this is the day we've all been waiting for. Thanks, Michelle. Yeah, we're celebrating 50 years. William Lyon Mackenzie, the fire safety boat here for the city of Toronto. Also the icebreaker as well. But we're moving on to spring and summer, especially with this forecast. And William Lyon Mackenzie, this fireboat in particular, is celebrating its second year being a part of Doors Open, which happens this weekend in the city of Toronto. You can go and hang out at over 150 architecturally, culturally, historically significant buildings and landmarks here in the city of Toronto for free. But I think we're in one of the coolest ones for sure. I'm in the wheelhouse of this boat, and in a moment we're going to take a look at exactly what this vessel can do. We're going to talk to Captain Mike Strapko as well, but very quickly I want to talk about the weather. That's all we've been talking about lately. It was such a slow start to spring. We had these really crazy storms through the overnight and into the early morning with some intense lightning as well. But now when we look at the satellite radar, we're seeing a little bit of convection in and around the Great Lakes. And weather today is brought to you by the Bresler Law Firm Injury Lawyers. You don't pay unless they win. Okay, now we can take a look at the satellite radar and just see how it's nice and dry and sunny. A little bit of cloud cover here and there, but most of the wet weather is not affecting southern Ontario right now. That won't be the weather story tomorrow, and we'll talk about that in a moment, because as we take a look at the systems that are moving through, this upper level low just creates a lot of convection and instability, and it's kind of pesky, to be honest. It's sort of lingering around until about Saturday afternoon. So in the meantime, tomorrow we are looking at a little bit of active weather, especially through parts of the early morning and then on the commute home from work as well. The forecast radar is showing that tomorrow around 7:30 in the morning, we could see a pop of precipitation, and then again when you're driving home tomorrow, and it's Friday. Cottage season officially kicked off last weekend, and we're seeing a big bulk of moisture in and around cottage country. So do take care out on those roads. But I don't suggest breaking any weekend plans if you're heading up north, because conditions are going to be great over the next several days. And by Saturday afternoon, it is nothing but high pressure. This evening, you will catch a gorgeous sunset. Temperatures in the mid-teens. And over the next 7 days, look at this trend. Temperatures just keep getting warmer and warmer and warmer. And you factor in the humidity and beautiful high pressure and sunshine, and it will be feeling like summer. Okay, let's get to it. Captain, thank you so much for letting me in here. It's hot in here. I don't know how you... It's getting warm in here. But again, you had 100 days of ice breaking, so I think you're welcoming all of this beautiful weather. Okay, Very important, 50 years. You're part of Doors Open. What are you looking forward to most about this weekend?
Well, we're looking forward to hopefully that as many people could come down from Toronto itself and outside of Toronto and visit us here at the Marine Fire Station at 339 Queens Quay West and see our fireboat. We have on display the SSS Noronic passenger ship that had a bad fire in 1949. We also have an antique 1939 fire pumper that used to be on the island. It's all refurbished. And the boat here, William Lyon Mackenzie, has been in service since 1964, and we're hoping it's going to go through at least till 2037.
Absolutely. You just actually underwent some renovations and some upgrades, so we're hoping that this boat is going to stick around for a lot longer. Things are getting a little louder. Things are starting to happen here. Give our viewers an inside scoop of exactly sort of the protocol. You see an emergency, you need to use these pumpers. What do you and your crew get to?
Yeah, the fireboat is often used to draft water from the lake to supply water either on shore-based buildings or to provide water if there's a fire on the island. This year was an extremely busy year in recent memory for ice breaking. It's a very powerful ice breaking vessel. It went 102 straight days of ice breaking, so she's still a very strong ship, and we're really proud of the William Lyon Mackenzie, the longest serving fire apparatus that we have in the city of Toronto.
Wow, that's a real honor, and it's a treat and an honor to be here as well. So stick around. Throughout the show, we have a lot more to get to. Again, Doors Open is this weekend. We've got your firemen. They're going to do a little music for us coming up after the break. Stay tuned for that.
Thanks, Denise.
Doors Open this weekend in the city of Toronto, and you can come down and see this, a 1939 original refurbished fire truck, Pumper 33, the original Toronto Island pumper. We've got a classic car. We've got some classic music courtesy of Fire Sound. It's all coming up after the break. Russ, your 7-day forecast coming up.
Let's check back in with Denise. Almost 20 degrees out there right now.
Feels amazing. You know what's better than a firefighter calendar? I didn't know was possible. Getting serenaded by firefighters. This is Fire Sound, and they are raising funds for Camp Bucko. That's kids that are suffering from burns. You can check out more information on firesound.ca. They're going to be here this weekend for Doors Open at the WestJet stage, 4:30 to 5:30. You could not ask for better weather to come down to the city of Toronto and have some fun this weekend for Doors Open. Let's take another quick look at the 7-day forecast. Temperatures are on the rise. Tomorrow we do have the risk of a few isolated thunderstorms. We've been talking about that the last several days, but by your Saturday, we should have a mix of sun and cloud by the afternoon, gorgeous temperatures, and then we just get warmer and warmer. Sunday, nothing but high pressure and sunshine. Maybe take a couple extra days off work next week too, because it's going to be feeling like summer. We're about officially a month away from summer, so come down and celebrate with Doors Open this weekend in the city of Toronto. Back to you guys in the newsroom.